So a big no-no just happened. Do you guys want to know what that no-no is? This is why I don't take Republicans seriously. Because they would trash Democrats, right? For being socialistic, communistic, or even fascist. And you would have the Democrats or the leftists call the right fascists, even though a lot of us know that they don't know what fascism actually means. They would use the Google definition of fascism on Wikipedia, which we all know Wikipedia is not a reliable source about what fascism actually is. Like, if you guys, a lot of my long-term viewers know, I actually looked up and I got a whole video about how Kamala Harris called the Trump administration fascist and how the Democrats and the leftists don't actually know what fascism, actually means. It's not orange man doing something that we don't like. But when it's something that, they themselves promoted for years and years and years, they would not, the people who are on the right, and as of right now we're seeing, who are, MAGA, they would not call it socialism. They will say, we are investing in America. So, in case you guys haven't heard from this in a while, this literally just happened. So, the Trump administration literally just got a 10% stake in Intel. Like, literally, the government has a 10% stake in Intel that's worth over $11 billion that apparently they got for, quote unquote, free. You guys actually believe that? Intel decided to give the United States government 10% stake for free, which we all know there's no way in hell that they got this for free. They did something to Intel to actually make them feel threatened, to make them like, hey, here's 10% of our stake, you guys can have it. No. That's not how it goes here. People don't just give stuff away for free. Especially a big corporation like Intel that's worth billions of dollars, right next to Nvidia, Microsoft, and AMD. There's no way that that's actually possible right there. So, right now, you got a lot of the MAGA people who are promoting this, saying the whole, oh, we are investing in America type thing, yay for Trump. But what they don't understand is, like, they are literally promoting the same exact thing that they have been against for years and years, because when the Democrats promote it, they were severely against it. But now, since it's their party that's doing it, like what they did with Lara Trump, I think it was Lara Trump, and the whole high-speed internet thing, was also Elizabeth Warren also promoted. But then when she did it, it wasn't socialism. But when Elizabeth Warren did it, it was socialism. This is why I don't take Republicans seriously. This is why a lot of libertarians don't take Republicans seriously, because they will promote a policy that Democrats have promoted or the leftists have promoted 10 years ago or 5 years ago. And it's crazy? People truly believe, who are mainly Republicans, who are the pro-Trump individuals, who will agree with everything that he does, even if it's severely against liberty, if it's against individualism, if it's against, like, the hardworking Americans' best interest in stake, they will promote this, right? Because they truly believe that what he does, he can never do no wrong. So, what does it say from Trump's Truth Social? It is my great honor to report that the United States of America now fully owns and controls 10% of Intel. So the federal government literally controls 10% of Intel. 10% of Intel, United States owns and controls. That is actual socialism, state socialism. And you can actually make the argument that it's some acts of fascism. It's a fascist policy. A great American company that has an even more incredible future. I negotiated this deal with Lip Bhutan, the highly respected chief executive officer of the company. The United States paid nothing for these shares, and the shares are now valued at approximately $11 million. This is a great deal for America, and also a great deal for Intel. Again, what does it say? what was it that a lot of these individuals who promoted this say, like Karl Marx, like the government getting into some ties with these private businesses to benefit the average citizen. Is that, like, you guys know that's what, a lot of socialism, that's what Karl Marx said? Mainly Karl Marx, like for what you guys see from right here from this picture. Right here. You cannot take these guys seriously. You just can't. These individuals are so goddamn brain dead that they really truly believe that what they do is not the same thing for what the freaking Democrats do, or what the Democratic Socialists do. They really believe that it's not the same. Building leading edge semiconductors and chips, which is what Intel does, is fundamental to the future of our nation. Make America great again. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Guys, this is literal socialism. Because think about it. This is exactly what they do with China. In China right now. And a whole bunch of other Eastern countries. They will have the literal government come in and take over private businesses, or have some kind of ownership over these private businesses, to have them make what they want to make for the benefit of their country, right? Literally what they do overseas in a lot of Eastern countries, mainly, yes, I gotta use China here as the biggest example, because this is literally what they do over there in China. This is also what they do over there in Japan. So it's socialism when they do it. It's socialism when the Democrats promote it. But when it's our guy, I'm using the Republicans, the far right in this instance. When it's their guy doing it, it's not socialism. It's not a fascist, a quasi-fascist light policy. It's not that. It's investing in America. It's investing in the people. But literally, when Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, and even y'all granddaddy Bernie Sanders promoted something like this, and Bernie Sanders right now is literally going against this, because even though it was something that he promoted for a long time now, since it's Trump, the Trump administration doing it, he's saying it's bad because he can't take credit for it. Bernie Sanders is saying it's bad because he can't take credit for it, even though he is a full-fledged socialist. He's a full-fledged Karl Marx kind of guy. So, a lot of people are calling out, the Trump administration for this. Rightfully so, because what Trump administration is actually doing is actual socialism. Because when the state can come in and just buy in some sort of stake or some sort of policies, or they try to enact some sort of policies in these businesses, mainly these big corporations, the government can literally come in and tell them, yo, do this, and instead of doing this. This is literally what transpires to it. You got people who are mainly libertarian, and yeah, you got some Republicans that are calling this out, but then you got the other side of the Republicans that are saying, hey, this is fine because they're investing in America. Like, this is not socialism at all. So you got people like Justin Amash, who was a former Republican turned libertarian, calling this out. You got Ron Paul calling this out. You had Rand Paul calling this out. You had Thomas Massey calling this out. Literally, the people who was, yo, I'm not finna just continue putting in these or signing in for these crazy behind bills that's going to fundamentally damage the American people. You got individuals like that who are actually pro-liberty. Yeah, who are actual pro-liberty individuals. They will go against this, but because they are going against this, you got, the people, you got Republicans who saying, shut up, you know what you're talking about. This is Trump doing everything he can to best benefit us. Again, this is why I can't take Republicans seriously. This is why a lot of people can't take Republicans seriously, because they truly do not know what socialism, fascism, or Marxism is. They don't know what any of that is. But they will tell you they're against it. But when it's, again, their guy that does it, when it's the same exact policy that the Democrats adopted yesteryear, now all of a sudden they for it.
The United States of America now owns 10% of Intel, one of our great American technology companies. This historic agreement strengthens U.S. leadership in semiconductors, which will grow our economy and help secure America's technological aid. Thanks to the CEO for striking a deal. Dr. Paul, I just have to ask, do you think, put that back up just for a second, do you think that the government taking a big stake in Intel strengthens our leadership in semiconductors and grows our economy?
Well, maybe they're worried about how weak it's going to get, and maybe they're trying to prevent it. No, it's a disaster. And in the very, very small print on Politico, and I sort of like to look and see what Politico's saying, but in the very small print, I almost had to get my glasses out to read it. It says, it's an unusual deal with the struggling chip maker, and the U.S. takes a holding in a private company. And it said, I think it's different and worse, but other people who want to make excuses for this say, oh, they've been doing this for years. They pay, they give benefits to companies all the time. They have regulations that they can manipulate. They have loans that can be made and manipulated. So there's a lot of things going on. And I still think that people have to be careful and define what they're talking about, because people, and I come close to saying this is fascist, but we don't have fascism yet. We have corporatism. We have the benefits going to the corporations, and of course I remember reading in Human Action that Mises said, yes, that's the way it starts, but it is the road to fascism. So I think that is what's happening, and people will be lulled into this. And but I think it's a significant step, because there is so much support for the big companies. I even mentioned that in the opening statement. They get by, and it's the poor people that suffer the consequences. But technically, no, we're not quite there at fascism. But Mises's argument was, this is the step, and it usually always ends up with more tyrannical power in the government, because there will always be the temptation to regulate and take care of the special interest that keeps the particular government in place. And so I'm not reassured by those who are saying, oh, we've had a lot of this messing around, but we didn't have free markets. They didn't mess around with free market ideas. They messed around with interventionism and inflationism and regulatory system and warmongering, all these things. So
yeah. So So shout out to the great Rand Paul, not Rand Paul. I'm sorry, Ron Paul. Shout out to them. Shout out to him. Trump. It's not socialism when the government takes over companies because we don't pay them anything for it. Thomas Massey is correct. What Trump is doing is socialism. So once again, guys, and some Republicans wonder why a lot of libertarians don't go with, or vote for that guy, because if you don't vote for our guy, the Democrats win, the leftists win. When their side does socialist policies or fascist-like policies, it's not the same thing. We're doing it for America, for the benefits of Americans, while the leftists will be doing it for the benefits of the third world countries or other countries that's not America. It's still socialism. It's still state socialism. It's still fascist-like policies. That the United States government now owns 10% shares in a private business, especially a big corporation like Intel. This is where we're at right now, people. And people really thought, like, just because it's our guy that got voted in instead of like this other individual, it's gonna be a lot more better. No, the Democrats and the Republicans are the two sides of the same goddamn coin. And the problem is, a lot of you individuals don't want to see it like that. You think this side is better than this when they're literally the same freaking thing. This is why I say, dipshit Democrats and chicken shit Republicans. But let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. Like the video. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe to the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.